An urgent inquiry is an action research programme which tests models of commissioning public art and local authorities responding to the pertinent themes of biodiversity and climate change. In 2017, arts offices from Dublin City, Wexford and Fingal County Council joined together with their colleagues in biodiversity and planning to examine their shared biodiversity and effects of climate change along the East Coast. The initiative was funded by the Arts Council's Invitation to Collaboration scheme, which supports the potential for innovative thinking across county boundaries. The programme started with a series of think tanks bringing together art and biodiversity specialists and national organisations like the Natural History Museum, the National Parks and Wildlife Service and the Regional Climate Action Research Group, as well as international experts in the field of art, biodiversity and climate change, including Invisible Dust, Beeford Arts Devon and EcoArt Scotland. The aim was to consider the value that art can play in communicating the complex to a wider and more diverse public. This was followed by an open call in 2019 for a series of commissioning residencies for artists to engage locally for a 3-month period. What we discovered during our engagements was that people were overwhelmed with the enormity of the climate change problem. They wanted to be able to have conversations at local level and talk about their fears surrounding changes experienced in their own environments. We began to visualise that small local acts could lead to a big global change. In Fingal, Mary Conroy and Joanna Hopkins linked the local historical knowledge of natural collections at Newbridge House to Fingal Birdwatch Ireland branches, creating a live sculptural performance on what is the quickly retreating Portrane coast. The work promoted feelings of respect, community, support and understanding, and reminded us of our connection to the local, global and natural world. In Wexford, Mark Clare addressed notions of biodiversity loss by focusing on the native solitary bee, which is suffering declining numbers through changes in habitat. His missing bee posters that emerged along the beautiful coastline of the southeast caused both stir and pause in the local conversation, humanising the natural and obscure into a relatable message, and he furthered this message through a series of public workshops. In Dublin City, Fiona MacDonald has linked the past and the present through new technology, creating an app titled Sensing Ecologies, which explores some of the tools and methods researchers use to observe biodiversity and habitats, and how human activity is both intentionally and unintentionally transforming our planet. An urgent inquiry allowed us genuine opportunities to listen, engage and create across council departments, where we could begin to situate the global headlines of the climate emergency within our local communities, while acknowledging that this collaboration could find new ways of seeing the world. What we have learned is that there is a genuine and deep interest in the issue of climate change, and that through art we can engage the public through deeper and more meaningful experiences that have the potential to change ways of thinking and even behaviours. The collaboration was inspired by the environmental writings of marine biologist Rachel Carson, who in 1969 powerfully described that nothing in nature exists alone.